What's up, everybody? Brandon with Strict Vision Athletics here with Where It All Began. I like this question. Gives me a chance to get a little nostalgic and talk about where it's all come from. So, where did Strict Vision Athletics originate and sort of what did it look like? So, the first thing I'll tell you when it came to this is that initially when I designed the gym, right out of the gate, I dropped $25,000. So, right out of the gate, the OG pieces of equipment, that's the dollar figure associated with that, which at the time probably got me a heck of a lot more bang for my buck than what you would be looking at now. 25 G's 7 years ago is not what it is today. So in that time, and again, I'm going off memory with this, so bear with me, I got my half rack, I got my dumbbells, I got my rack for my dumbbells, I got my functional trainer, I got my flooring, and I got some kettlebells which have been replaced. I had barbells which have been replaced, and I got plates that have been replaced. So that's where I was at 25 G's originally. The only thing remaining from that, I will say, and I don't know how close this is to the actual question that we're answering, is my rack. So this is a Monster Light half rack, and it's an old model. Like I said, 7 years ago is when this started, but I think I bought this half rack probably close to 8 years ago, somewhere around there. So old that I, in fact, had to literally draw on my numbers for each one of the holes. Now they laser cut them. Now Rogue has come out with some unbelievable technology with their half racks, but this is living proof. I mean, where it's at, just how important your half rack is when you initially buy your gym. When you start your gym, you have got to be thinking about your half rack. It's got to be one of, if not the most important thing that you account for. Not just in the functionality of where you want it to go. Not everybody wants to push their half rack as far as I've pushed mine, but if you do, you definitely want to go with Rogue. You want to be thinking about size. Do you want to do a half rack? Do you want to do the spider arms? Do you want to have a full rack? What kind, how tall, and what space do you work with? All that's important when you work with us, and when we design gyms for people, that's a big thing I harp on is, all right, well, where do you want your half rack? And occasionally I'll get somebody who's like, no, I want a full rack. But for me, again, when I design gyms, I always tell the client, hey man, look, I know you want a full rack, but you don't want a full rack. You want a half rack. We can do some arms, we can do the stringers, we can do all the stuff that you would have had with your full rack capability, but with a smaller footprint. Just my 2 cents, and that's, yeah, that kind of answers, I hope, where it all began.